channel. Before I begin, let me just say I love you. Like, I did not expect to have the reaction that I have had to these palettes. My mind is completely like, you know, I'm just so happy that you love them. The feedback has been amazing, so I just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Today also, when this video goes up, there will be in all Superdrug stores, so if you still haven't managed to pick it up online yet, you can now go into Superdrug store and pick it up for yourself, which again is mind-blowing and weird, and I hope to like bump into you guys maybe one day like in a Superdrug and we can like look at my palette together, you know what I mean? But anyway, rambling over, this video is me just doing a look with both palettes as well as like obviously a bunch of other products as well. I don't want to just, you know, ram my palettes down your throat. I've incorporated other products to complete this look as well. I wanted this to be like a super kind of like natural looking glam, but a perfect glam for like a wedding guest, a wedding, prom, anything like that. This is super easy, it's super quick. Like, I'm using like the easiest products to make such a, like, if I do say so myself, beautiful look. It honestly is like the least messiest, easiest thing ever. So again, perfect if you're doing your own makeup for something. So I really, really hope you guys enjoy this look, and if you like the look of this look so far, make sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section down below if you have already picked up the palettes. But yeah, if you would like to see this kind of like soft, natural, yet glam look, perfect for any sort of like event or occasion, using both my palettes as well as other products, then please keep watching. Alrighty, so let's begin. I've gone ahead and done my brows, just prepped it with concealer. I've got a little bit of tape down, and I've already gone ahead and done one eye just to save a little bit of time. I am going to be using both palettes today, face and eye pans, just to kind of show you, you know, what I tend to use from each palette. So to begin, I'm going to take the Ultimate Goddess, and I'm going to take the shade Passion Fruit Martini. Honestly, just one of my favorite transition shades when doing a little bit more like natural looks. Like I said in the beginning when I did my video kind of talking about all the shade names, this honestly is my go-to. It's one of those like eraser shades, like whenever you feel like maybe you've gone too harsh with colors, this is just like the perfect buffer shade to make sure everything is all blended out and it's super natural, warm and wearable. Now I'm going to dip into my Goddess. Ooh, let's get rid of that light. Dip into my Goddess on the go, and I am going to take the shade Peach Please and Straight Fire. I like to mix them together because one's slightly more, peachy, and the other is slightly more of a darker orange. But together, I really liked that when I'm just kind of creating a medium transition. So again, I'm just going to buff that back and forth, and that paired with the Passion Fruit Martini shade is just so good. Like, they just blend into each other like the perfect gradient, and I really don't want to go that much darker than this. I want this to be super light, super wearable, go with any outfit specifically. I feel like this is going to be a really versatile look for any occasion with like just enough glam, if that makes sense. And then also, because I really love doing this, and I am actually going to be doing that on the lid shade as well, I'm going to take the bronzer in a Caramel Slice just on a really small, fluffy, defined fluffy brush. Literally just tap it in there a couple of times, and this is just going to be the darkest color that we use. It's a beautiful warm bronzer shade, and I love using my bronzer in my crease. I always have done, especially if it's going to be the one that you use on your face, which I feel like for me today it is going to be that. I just feel like it just ties everything together. I'm going to take that over into the crease as well, although we can redefine the crease a little bit later because we are going to be carving it with concealer. You can see it just creates a really gorgeous transition shade, and I'm going to go back in with a fluffy brush. Just buff it all together like so. Just zoom you in a bit, you can see it just, it's not too dark, super easy, it's super quick. So now let's move on to the lid shade. So I've just gone ahead and carved this crease out with concealer, and then actually for the lid shade, I'm gonna go ahead and mix Get It Popping and Golden Hour together from the Goddess on the Go palette, just because the Golden Hour is a little bit too dark and some of the shimmery shades in there is like not the kind of champagne gold that I want. And I thought, you know what, I'll mix those two together, and I feel like I'm gonna create like the perfect kind of champagne gold color that I really want. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this on the lid. Yes! I mean, I don't know why I'm surprised because I'd literally just done this on the other eye, but it just creates the most gorgeous, like champagne gold color, so pigmented, so like sparkly and glittery. I love that, you know, you can be so versatile with these shades. But if you want something like a little bit lighter than this, there's obviously the shade Coconut Latte or Get It Popping on its own. There's also the Dripping Gold shade from the Ultimate Goddess palette, slightly more of that like yellow gold, but I really just wanted like a champagne gold, and I love those two mixed together. I'm now gonna go ahead and take the shade Glazed from the Ultimate Goddess palette. I love this for a super bright inner corner highlight, but I like to kind of lay this down first. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop that in the inner corner on like kind of like a bigger pencil brush, as you can see. And then on a smaller brush, I'm going to take the shade Coconut Latte, and I just like to place that right on the top of where I put that glazed colour. See, I really think that just makes it super stand out, super kind of like bright and poppin', which we love. But now I wanted to go ahead and add a little bit of glitter, and these are my favourite things ever to use for glitter, because they're not so much a, you know, glitter glue, sticking down glitter type scenario, which I feel like a lot of us don't have time for. This is that kind of like mixed all together, and these are the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Liners. This is in the shade Grind, which is like a pinky shade, and this is in the colour Midnight Cowboy, which is like your classic gold colour. Mixed together, they just look beautiful on any sort of neutral eye look. I love the pink and golds reflecting in the light together, and the brushes on these just make them so easy to apply. I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the pink shade first. I feel like if you are a freelance makeup artist and doing people's prom makeups, or like any sort of like event makeup, or you're doing your own prom makeup, these are so good to have in your kit. They are so easy. They're like idiot proof, like, and it's so annoying laying down like glitter glue and then glitter and it gets all over your face and you gotta clean it up. Like, this is just so gorgeous and so, yeah, like I said, easy to use, and they're so effective, and they last ages on the lid as well because they've got that tack to them. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the gold one in the mix. This is the shade Midnight Cowboy. I just feel like the combination of the golds and pinks together just look so pretty on top of those lid colours, and the light crease as well just makes this look so light and like bright and opening up your eye. So I'm now going to go ahead, because that's literally the eyes done. I don't want any liner, I just want this to be super soft, super kind of like light glam. So I'm going to go ahead and put mascara on, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply lashes. Not going to be wearing Esmeralda's today just because I feel like as much as I love them, they're a little bit thick and they don't suit, you know, everyone if they're a little bit too heavy. I'm gonna go ahead and use these lashes from Lily Lashes. These are in the style Opulence. They're so gorgeous. They're quite long, but they are really like fluttery and not too thick, so you can really see everything that's going on in the eye. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply mascara and the lashes and be back to show you the finished look. So these are the eyes with these lashes on. As you can see, they still add that glam element, but they're still super natural and wearable. The lash band on these is super thin. Like I said, these are Lily Lashes Opulence. These are the eyes. Super easy, super wearable, and so quick. Can't express to you like how quick that was. So now let's go ahead and move on to the face. So I'm going to try my best to kind of mix it up a little bit, but priming always stays the same. I love this Ole Henriksen primer like so much. It just makes my skin look so good. And also in terms of like maybe bridal makeup or prom makeup and stuff, this just gives the most beautiful glow underneath. This is what I wish my skin just looked like naturally. And if I had like a bit more of like a tan going on and like I actually matched my body, I would just wear this on its own. Or just like the banana brightening range that Ole Henriksen does just transforms your skin and just gives you the most beautiful glow. It's like, look, it just looks so beautiful, and I feel like on days like this or special events or anything like that, you just want to look beautiful, like yourself better. And I feel like this and like your base makeup is like the perfect and like the best place to start. Moving on to foundation, I feel like you guys are gonna like expect me to bring up NARS and Makeup Revolution, but I did want to mix it up for you guys, so I am gonna go ahead and use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. This foundation is gorgeous on the skin. It's a lot of like celebrity makeup artists' favorite. I'm using the shade 6.5 to sort of match my tan a bit more, but I've just put this on and I actually don't think it's dark enough, so I might have to mix a little bit of this in, but I feel like the formula of them both is very similar. I'm just going to do a little dab of this one, like so, just so I can make sure that the colour matches my tan. But Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk is gorgeous for special events and especially in photos. I think it looks absolutely stunning. It just looks silky, and I've actually always referred to the Makeup Revolution foundation as a very similar formula to this one, but it's just slightly more fuller coverage. So if you find, because I do actually have a few people that have said to me that they think that the Makeup Revolution one like sits on their skin a bit, so I always either say either apply it with a beauty blender, or if you're still finding it's too thick, if you like the way that that foundation looks, then it's literally like the same feel and like appearance as Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, but the Luminous Silk one is slightly less coverage, but you can definitely build it up. The Makeup Revolution one is slightly more of a thicker, creamier consistency and fuller coverage, and I actually find therefore it lasts longer. But then the combination of these both, right now I'm suddenly thinking like this is gonna look sick. Why I got an email when I said sick? Sick! Yeah, I'm just applying this with a brush so I can be a bit more precise around my brow area. I'm just using a flat brush to like get the most coverage. This is actually also from Makeup Revolution. I think it was a like brush set that they did, but I'm just gonna pat that into the skin, and then I do just like to go over with a beauty blender just to make sure that it's all kind of pressed and set in place. You don't want anything to feel like too cakey on your skin or too heavy, especially if it's prom or a special occasion. You want your makeup to just feel comfortable and know that it's just going to be looking good without having to worry about it. So I'm making sure to use products that I know just work really well on my skin. I'm going to go ahead and use concealer, and today I'm using like a slightly brighter one. I do think like a slightly lighter under eye in these sort of situations is really pretty, and this is the Fenty Beauty Profil, is it Pro Filter Concealer? I think it is, in 185. I'm just going to go ahead, this goes a long way, so I'm just doing like a few little stripes. I'm going to go down my nose, my chin, Cupid's bow, and just like above my brow, and then just go in with a beauty blender under the eye. I love the coverage that this gives, and I would definitely describe this as a matte finish concealer, but it's not drying. Like, I don't feel like it's too cakey, too heavy underneath the eye. It really just gives a really buildable coverage. You could have definitely been a lot more generous with that if you wanted it to be super full coverage and super heavy, but I feel like I didn't want it to have like a super brightening impact, especially because we're going to be doing a cream contour. So I feel like that's a really nice natural looking finish and appearance underneath the eye. And I always have to use a beauty blender with concealers like this, just because they are on the fuller coverage side. You want to make sure that they are, you know, really being worked into the skin. It's not going to sit, it's not going to crease or cake, because that's the frigging worst, to have to feel like you've got to constantly be tidying up your under eyes. And then I just like to use the bottom of the beauty blender, and then blend out top like so. For cream contour, I'm going to be using an old favorite. This is the Revolution foundation stick in F13. I feel like foundation sticks just make things so much easier to apply, so I just like to go along my jaw like so. And you've seen me use this a ton in videos in the past, It just blends out so naturally, and I love a cream contour, especially for special occasions, just because I feel like it then makes the bronze look like last really well on your face throughout the day. It doesn't break up. Like sometimes just using powders on their own can end up looking really muddy. If you're getting a bit like hot, they can like break away on your skin. So I feel like this just ensures that, you know, you've got that bronzed look blended into the skin, which I obviously, you guys have watched a ton of my tutorials. I do always reimburse that product with a powder contour just to make sure that it's set and we've got that definition between just like it being bronze and actually having definition. Just making sure it's all blended down. We want that chiseled jaw, chiseled and bronzed neck to make sure it's all blended down like so. Yeet! I feel like that step is one of my favorite ones. I feel like it just really starts to like tie the whole like look and face in together. I am going to go ahead and set my face with powder, but it's nothing new here. This is the Beauty Bakery powder, one of my favorites. If I feel like I'm going to be taking pictures and I just need to be set all day, I just like to literally set my whole face with this. I like to set my whole face with this. It literally works wonders. There's no special technique. I literally just place under the eyes, under the contour, but then all over my face. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we can go and finish up on the eyes. So now we are all set in place. We can finish up the eyes. Again, I don't want anything too heavy in terms of shadow underneath the eyes, so I'm going to go ahead. Can I just find a brush? God damn it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this shade right here called Tantastic. I think I said this in my previous video. This is one of my favorite shades for underneath the eye. It's like one of the only shades I've been using, as well as like the Straight Fire shade. I just think that looks so pretty, and I do like to smoke out sort of my lash line. I do maybe take it lower than some people like, so just go ahead and do what you're most comfortable in. But in terms of shadow, that is literally all I'm going to do on the lower lash line. But I am going to pop a little pencil in the waterline just because I think that makes the eyes look a little bit more striking. So this is the Morphe eyeliner in Caviar. You can see it's like a really nice light natural brown shade. So I'm just going to pop that in the waterline like so. I feel like that's just like the perfect colour. So then I can go ahead and pop Bottom Lash Mascara on, and that is the finished eyes. So these are the eyes complete. I just love how soft, natural, smoky they are. They'll go with anything. The glitter, again, I think is just so natural and a beautiful touch to any sort of like prom look or event makeup. So like when you shut your eyes, it's just like, ooh, ooh. You know, using both palettes, really easy, simple way, and like combining it with other products that you might have to get a beautiful look for any occasion. So now let's go ahead and finish up the face using the face pans in me palette. So I have already cream contoured my face, but I love this shade for nose contour. I'm going to take the shade Blonde from the Ultimate Goddess palette to contour my nose with, just on this like Jaclyn Morphe brush. I just like to take it down my nose and kind of up into my brows. I kind of like to apply it quite heavy and then go in with my beauty blender and just press it into my nose to make sure that it just looks a bit more natural and blended together. So now to contour, I am going to take the shade Caramel Slice from the Goddess on the Go, the same one that we used in the crease, just to sort of like redefine the placement of that initial cream contour colour and sort of blend it up into where we've like bronzed the skin. Like so. I just feel like that's such a beautiful colour. You can use it a lot lighter to get a lighter colour. You can build it up to get it more darker. But again, in the other palette there is the bronze shade and the matte indulge shade, which is a lot darker as well. So you can mix it up with them. I'm then going to be taking Golden Hour. I feel like this is so important for event makeup, prom makeup, any makeup. Get on the shimmery bronzer hype. I swear on my life, in pictures and just your makeup throughout the day will look so different. You can see I literally just dust it around the perimeter of my face. I don't use it as a bronzer. I'm not like applying it heavily. I genuinely am tapping my brush into that palette and dusting this across my face, décolletage area, a little bit on my nose. It just starts the base glow. If you feel like you've done too much, which is quite hard to do because I love a shimmery bronzer, but I do just like to take my beauty blender just to soften it out. It just, I can't explain it. I say this in every video, I swear, whenever I'm using a shimmery bronzer. It just adds the most subtle glow underneath. It's just like J-Lo vibes, all summer 19. Bathe yourself in it, and that golden hour shade is the perfect bronzy gold. It's not too dark, it's not too light. You can build it up, you can tone it down. There's also the bronze glow shade in the Ultimate Goddess that's slightly darker if you actually maybe prefer a shimmery bronzer like as a bronzer, or if you have just a slightly darker complexion. I'm telling you, one of my favorite, like probably my favorite shade out of both palettes. So for blush, I'm actually going to take the shade Caroline. It's one of the more shimmery blushes, and I'm actually going to mix it with Perfect Peach, which is the other shimmery bronzer in the Ultimate Goddess palette. Let me just show you, because I only discovered this combination recently. So just smile. Like, is that just not so pretty? This is Caroline and Perfect Peach mixed together. Just the sheen of them is so pretty. I feel like in pictures would look unreal. I mean, it looks just unreal anyway. It's just such a gorgeous subtle flush of a blusher on your cheek, which I am obsessed with. I don't like anything too heavy, and I've used Sun-Kissed a lot, and Rosé again is those classic kind of coral colours, but I just kind of wanted to show you the more shimmery blushes in action and just how stunning they look on the cheeks. Now it's time to highlight the skin, and I'm not like too adventurous with the highlighting because I've found a combination that I'm obsessed with. I always start with Ultimate Goddess on a slightly more like denser, firmer, fluffy brush. And this just like starts off the glow. You can see. Like, obsessed. And then I either go into Get It Popping, Glazed, or Aphrodite just to put it on the top. And I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of Glazed, which is the one that we used in our inner corner, just to kind of tie everything together and just really make that stand out. Put some on my Cuso, down on my nose. Like, I just think the skin looks so good! But now we can move on to the lips. So I've just gone ahead and lined my lips with the Morphe Sweet Tea lip liner. I literally do not use anything else. But I'm so excited. I've got like a new gloss today, which I think is just going to look so stunning because I know that these ones last like a really long time. But I've been really loving the Morphe lipsticks as well. This is the matte Morphe lipstick in the shade Wifey, which I think is really cute. It's just a really beautiful light peachy nude, and these days, like, I had like a revelation in a video that like peachy nudes just look so much better on me. This is slightly more of a pinkier peach, I would say, and slightly lighter. But I recently picked up the Disney Aladdin MAC lip gloss in Diamond in the Rough. Let me just show you. So it's a slightly more of like a gold color, but it has like pink reflex in it. It just looks unreal. So I thought, considering we've done like a gold and pink reflex on the lid, let's do it on the lips as well. And these lip glosses are no joke. They last and stay looking juicy and glossy all night long. So let's go ahead and pop this on. Oh my god, how beautiful is that? To finish up the look. But actually, wait, I'm gonna take the Huda Beauty Extra Hold Resting Boss Face Waterproof Setting Spray Ultra Matte Finish. So let's go ahead and see how well this works. Ooh, Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, okay, that went on really wet. So I thought I was gonna have to sit here and fan for ages, but that's literally gone. And my face is dry. Okay, kind of living for that. So this is the finished makeup look. I really hope you guys liked it. Super long wearing. I guarantee you this makeup is going to last you the longest time as long as you're setting it all, because these products, like in combination with each other, especially like that powder, just like looks beautiful throughout the day. I'm really hoping that setting spray is going to make this last a long time as well. But it was so good to just kind of like use both palettes and show you another look, a really beautiful look for this time of year, and maybe just every day. But I thought this is a beautiful prom look, beautiful wedding look, beautiful wedding guest look, any sort of like events look where you need to look glam but also kind of like natural glam at the same time, you know, using a bunch of new products including my own. So I really hope you guys loved it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and please let me know if you want to see any other looks using either one palette or two palettes or just individual palettes. Just let me know. I've seen a few requests of like a 3 looks 1 palette type video, and to do that for each. So let me know. I obviously don't want to keep ramming it down your throat. I'm really trying not to, but in case you guys haven't had the chance to pick it up yet or like ordering it online, it is obviously available online, but it actually, when this video goes up, will be in all Superdrug stores, so you can pop in to your Superdrug store tomorrow or something and hopefully be able to pick it up. So yeah, I really hope you guys loved this look. Leave me future video suggestions in the comment section down below. Again, thank you so much for all the love with this collaboration. It's blown my mind, but I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.